And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep.
Ready. Read 80.
I got what?
Ready.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Single receiver.
Williams, the man in motion left. He's back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
If
you kill it, motion me out.
Hey!
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
White!
Ship!
Hey, Delta!
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So third and medium here, third and 5.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! That 180, 380! Hey!
Ship!
Let's go!
Wide, get wide.
Hey!
Hey, check 24.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
390, 380!
Crunch. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
White!
Big edge.
Desperation time. Rivers on fourth down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Here's Brad Nordman now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
High five, baby, high five. Let's go.
Set,
58
390.
58's Mike.
White.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
One out,
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Switch gears.
He'll look to throw. The Conley's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
They're 180,
Right over there,
we're
right over there.
180.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
One out,
Check
little bit.
26, check 26.
Hey, Delta.
Slam. Check
And they'll
motion,
send Williams in motion right.
Patriot. One out, little bit.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
And he's got it up and through. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Peterson alone in the backfield. He'll get it running right.
Go. It's run.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Strong left.
Hey, check.
They run again with Peterson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Taking him down is a veteran, Darrelle Revis.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd down now following the run. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Brady. He finds Hearns left side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle?
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Check, Patriot!
No,
Patriot!
off.
Dead, 380! Hey, down
Walker, the
down.
tight end, in motion.
Hey, hot!
They'll go again to McCoy. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Tighten up.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB.
Check, Patriot! Patriot!
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, Rocket!
Hey, watch the edge.
Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Rivers. And able to find Conley. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal's from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your